Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, something invisible is blocking your prosperity? Have you ever had the sensation that your house is heavy or that there is a lack of spiritual protection in your life? The truth is that the environment we live in directly influences our emotional, financial, and spiritual balance. When the energy is misaligned, everything starts to go wrong. The money disappears, conflicts increase, exhaustion sets in, and the feeling of emptiness takes over. But what if I told you that you can transform all of this with a simple yet deeply powerful gesture? In this video, you'll learn how to create a spiritual altar to attract real prosperity and protection into your life. It's a sacred space that goes beyond decoration. It's a point of connection with the highest part of yourself. So go ahead, give a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video with someone who needs light in their life. Now, take a deep breath, because what you're about to learn here could change the way you relate to your home, the world, and yourself. Why create an altar? What's missing in your life? Many people think that an altar is something religious or symbolic, but in practice, it's an energetic portal, a point of anchoring where your intention materializes in the physical world. We live in a time where everything is excessive: information, pressure, stimulation, fear. And in the midst of all of this, most people are completely disconnected from themselves. That's why so many people feel empty, anxious, lost. Creating an altar is a way to return to center, to remember who you are and what you want to manifest. It's a space to reconnect with your essence. It doesn't have to be grand or expensive. The power isn't in the size or luxury. It's in the presence and intention. You're not just decorating a corner of your house. You're opening a channel of dialogue with the invisible, with the sacred. Choosing the location. Where does the energy flow best in your house? The first practical decision when creating an altar is choosing where it will go. And here's a secret many people overlook. The right location amplifies the altar's energy. The wrong one can block everything. You don't need an exclusive room or a lot of space. The most important thing is choosing a place where the energy flows peacefully and where you can be present frequently. A quiet place with good natural lighting that brings a sense of peace. Avoid high traffic areas like hallways or near the front door. Also, stay away from environments that are heavy with energy, like near the TV or places with a lot of disorder. Look at your house carefully. What corner gives you calm just by looking at it? It could even be a shelf in the bedroom, a console table in the living room, or a small table on the porch. The essential thing is that it invites you into silence. Practical tip: before setting up the altar, clean the space well. Wipe it with water and coarse salt or herbs like rue or lavender. This helps neutralize old energies and prepare the space to receive your new intention. And remember, the altar is your sacred refuge. The location needs to allow you to be there with full attention, even if it's only for a few minutes each day. Essential elements for the altar. What must not be missing? Now that you've chosen the ideal spot, it's time to create the heart of your altar, the elements that will anchor your intention for prosperity and protection. But before you start buying objects, stop and ask yourself, what do I want to manifest with this altar? Prosperity? Security? Spiritual cleansing? Wisdom? Each item will represent a force, an intention, a connection. Here are the essential elements you can include and why each is important. Candle represents fire, light, and transformation. Lighting it activates the energy of action, clarity, and spiritual protection. Tip: use a gold or green candle for prosperity work. Crystals, they amplify energy. Pyrite and citron are powerful for abundance. black tourmaline and obsidian protect against envy and negativity. Incense or herbs, they cleanse the vibrational field. Rosemary elevates the frequency. Palo Santo purifies. Cinnamon attracts prosperity. Spiritual image or symbol, this could be a deity, a Buddha, a sacred symbol like Om or the evil eye. Choose something that holds personal meaning for you, as this creates an emotional connection. Personal or natural object, something that represents you or your purpose. It could be a leaf, a special stone you found, a shell, or a photo. Cup of water or coarse salt to absorb dense energies. Change it regularly. Remember, less is more. Your altar needs to breathe, have space. Each item should be there with purpose, not just as decoration. The altar isn't just beautiful, it's alive. Each object carries a vibration. And when you set the right intention, everything aligns for that energy to manifest in your daily life. The energy of intention. How to activate your altar with true purpose. Now that you've set up your altar, it's time to bring it to life. And this is not done merely with objects, but with intention, presence, and truth. An altar without intention is just decoration. But an altar activated with purpose becomes a powerful magnet for transformation. How do you activate your altar? Here's a simple yet deeply effective step-by-step guide. Sit in front of the altar. Breathe. Take 3 conscious breaths. Feel the air entering and leaving. Calm your mind. You are preparing to open a sacred space. Declare your intention aloud or mentally. It can be something like, I consecrate this altar to attract prosperity, protection, and clarity into my life. May this space be a point of light, strength, and balance. Use your own words. It doesn't need to be beautiful. It needs to be true. Light the candle and incense. As the flame lights, visualize a golden light enveloping the entire altar, as if awakening dormant energy there. Place your hands over each object, one by one. Feel their vibration. Pour your intention into each item, as if planting a seed to blossom. This moment is yours alone. The altar needs to know that you are present, that someone is there, conscious of what they want to manifest. It is your presence that activates the sacred. And a powerful reminder, it's not about asking, it's about aligning. You don't create an altar for the universe to do everything for you. You create it to remind yourself every day of your power of co-creation. Maintenance and ritual, how to keep the energy alive every day. Creating the altar is the first step, but what truly makes the difference is consistency. Energy needs movement. An abandoned altar is like a stagnant river. It loses power, stagnates, and stops fulfilling its purpose. The good news is that you don't need a lot of time, just presence. Here are some simple practices to keep your altar active and vibrant. Light the candle every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. During that time, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and give thanks for something even if it's small. Gratitude is one of the highest frequencies. Change the water and clean the space weekly. No dust, dirty cups, or forgotten melted candles. Physical cleaning reflects energetic cleaning. Use a cloth with herbs or spray an essential oil mist like lavender, rosemary, or orange. Reinforce your intention with words or affirmations. It can be a mantra, a prayer, or a phrase like, prosperity flows effortlessly in my life. I am protected, guided, and at peace. Include the altar in your full moon rituals, birthdays, or special dates. This creates a deep connection between your life and your spiritual practice. Keep the altar as a reflection of your energy. If something changes in your life, change the altar too. Add a new object. Remove what no longer makes sense. This shows the universe that you are in motion, and it responds. Your altar is a visual and energetic reminder of what you are choosing to live. It doesn't need to become an obligation. Make it a moment of reconnection, pause, and strength. And more, whenever you feel fear, insecurity, or doubt, sit in front of it. Be silent. Listen. Sometimes the answers you seek in the world are right there within your silence. Spiritual mistakes that block your prosperity. Even with the best of intentions, many people make subtle mistakes that unknowingly block exactly what they want to attract. And this is even more common when it comes to prosperity and spiritual protection. Here are the most common mistakes, and, of course, how to correct them with awareness. Creating the altar and forgetting about it. This is the most common. You set everything up, place crystals, candles, symbols, and then forget about it. Without intention, without presence, the altar becomes just a decoration. Attachment to the object, not the meaning. Getting attached to what's there as if the crystal or the image were magical by themselves. The object is merely a channel. The power is within you. Lack of clarity in intention. Sometimes people want everything: peace, love, money, protection, but don't focus on anything. The energy disperses. A disorganized altar reflects a disorganized mind. Keeping broken, old, or meaningless objects, melted candles, chipped cups, half-burned incense, things without soul, all of this blocks the flow of energy. Using the altar only for requests, never for gratitude. Many people approach the altar only to ask, complain, or demand. This creates a relationship of scarcity and disconnection. If you recognized yourself in any of these mistakes, don't blame yourself. Spiritual awakening is a journey, and every step you take with awareness opens a new portal of healing and growth. The important thing is to keep adjusting, fine-tuning, and listening to yourself. Your altar is a reflection of who you are becoming. Make your life a sacred space. Creating a spiritual altar is not just about organizing beautiful objects in a corner of your home. It's an act of courage. It's declaring to the universe and to yourself that you are ready to live with intention, purpose, and presence. It will be your point of reconnection on difficult days. Your reminder that prosperity begins within. That true protection is born from your energy aligned with what you believe. Remember, you don't need external permission to transform your life. You only need to choose every day to move closer to your essence. Final practical tips. Start with what you have. Don't wait for the perfect altar. Connect with it every day, even if just for 3 minutes. Change, renew, adapt as per your life's moment. And above all, cultivate intention as the most powerful flame that exists. Now tell me in the comments, do you already have an altar at home? Or are you thinking of setting one up? How do you imagine it would look? If this content resonated with you, like the video, share it with someone who is seeking more light in their life, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the upcoming episodes. This is your space of connection. Your spirituality starts now where you are with what you have and with an open soul to receive. See you in the next video.